심장이 콩콩 신었던 뱅뱅 더 이상 뒤로 물러서 공간 따윈 없어 발소리 콩콩 환호성 예예 앞에서 비켜나니까 실패 따윈 없어
또 생각나게 될 거야 마법처럼 yeah. 그래 쉽진 않겠지 버티고 봐 느껴져 우리 하나 되는 이 느낌
전력 빠르게 소리쳐 그렇게 환호성이 머릿속을 여마치 알람 But you don't have to feel that 너 마우스 몰래 어차피 우승은 우리 미안해
It's alright, alright You know what now Yeah that's right, that's right 이렇게 함께 바람을 느껴 힘껏 달려 눈부신 햇살 너와 함께라면 Keep running and running and 저 아득한 꿈같이 Keep running and running and 더 달려봐 끝까지 소리쳐 hey hey 따라해 yeah yeah
힘들고 지쳐 그땐 이렇게 외쳐
이기세 ay ay 끝까지 run run
포기는 나도 내겐 우리들이 있어
궁금하진 마지막 미소의 주인공 눈 감으면 떠오를걸 미소 짓는 우리들 걱정 따윈 필요 없어 Put it all up us together 두려울 건 하나 없지
전력 빠르게 소리쳐 그렇게 환호성이 머릿속을 여마치 알람 But you don't have to feel that 너 마우스 몰래 어차피 우승은 우리 미안해
It's alright, alright You know what now Yeah that's right, that's right 이렇게 함께 바람을 느껴 힘껏 달려 눈부신 햇살 너와 함께라면 Keep running and running and 저 아득한 꿈같이 Keep running and running and
I think up until, and this is general, I think general matchup up until 11 when Kale starts to get the auto, like the ranged auto attack. I think up until that point, Swain will be able to dominate. Just because Swain has a lot better way of poking and being able to fight that. Um, but once Kale starts to hit 11 and get up to 18 and become the the dominator that like Kale is, like it's not gonna matter if Swain goes in there and ults and just takes her down. That won't happen no matter how hard you lock them down. So you're gonna have to devote a little more resources and a lot more cooldowns to shutting Kale down. So I think that's gonna be a problem for Don't Ban Poppy. We see the Ashe and Tristana, so they're going ahead and targeting Adonville.
Yeah, and I just realized I've been muted this entire time, so pardon
my gosh,
me
really?
for all of the memes. Yes, I remember to unmute myself at least before we got into the game. Jarvan banned away here, Ashe banned away, as well as Tristana. Yes, we're going to see the Taric come in bot lane. This is just more invulnerability. So every player on that team for FAP right now has some kind of invulnerability attached to.
I want to see some.
And we're going to see the Poppy pickup right here for Don't Ban Poppy, the signature champion.
Flex on him.
Flex on him.
Flex your Poppy muscles. I am going to say I would like to see Sona Taric. I think that bot lane would actually do very well with this composition because that allows like you're able to lock down the team comp of Don't Ban Poppy. You're allowed to, or like the Kale's just allowed to auto attack and to KO things. It's very easy to set up for the Zillion stun, as well as allow Kindred to just auto attack and let Wolf do Wolf things. Oh, that's Elise. That's not a Garen.
Oh.
That is. I was like, wait, who's jungling?
Poppy.
Oh, Poppy jungle.
That's
Yes,
Elise. Yep, and it is a Sona in the bot lane. So Kindred will be the ADC for Fantastic Anime Personalities. I am a little apprehensive about how they're going to pull this off. Never seen Adonville play the Sona. So, yeah, we'll just have to see. I mean, LCS has been picking it a lot, so it must be good.
Yeah, it's a very strong lane. I've been playing it in norms just to kind of play around with it and see how the interactions work and see what you're supposed to do. If you're playing the Taric, your part of the lane is really easy. Just go ahead and just farm like you do. The being Sona is hard because you kind of have to sit back and like not get any farm, but just be able to poke them out. And you're really not going to be useful for anything until like level 6 and you get to team fight or just chipping them down. Good news is you're playing against a bot lane that, well, I guess it's not necessarily great. The Janna can shield your poke damage, but the Janna won't be able to restore the health to Jinx for the missing damage.
And you do have a double heal in the bot lane with Taric having a heal and Sona.
Absolutely. If Don't Ban Poppy had maybe, I think if Don't Ban Poppy had held off maybe a little bit on the support pick and then maybe it picked something like a Nami where they had the heal into this lane, it might have been a little bit better. But I do think to do a little bit, I think the damage output from Don't Ban Poppy is going to be very strong, especially because we have seen Jinx develop as one of those late game hyper carries where you just like run it down and you just can't kill her because she's so fast after her excite. And I'm really excited to see that for Fudgy because I know Fudgy has played a lot more safe ADs. I'm very excited to see a hyper carry AD. Like that makes me excited.
Yep. So, looking into the matchups, what do you think? Is it going to be a... So that's a Swain in the mid lane. Correct me if I'm wrong. Right? For Don't Ban Poppy. Then the Poppy in the top lane. What do you think about that? Or would you switch that around at all?
I think... So you're playing against Zillion mid. Which I think that's the right call to put your Swain mid against Zillion. Because Poppy would have a much harder time versus Zillion. But in reality, I don't know the matchup well enough for how Poppy into Kale goes. That's one of those like specialized matchups that you very rarely see. But I do, in general, I will tend to pick a Kale unless the Poppy can get some very good wall stuns off. Just kind of run them down with W, get in a position, just wall stun them in full combo, and just have the Elise come up and gank pretty frequently. And if you can have that happen, maybe you can get your Poppy tanky enough to withstand a lot of the damage initially. When it becomes true damage, it's just like, are you gonna be tanky enough to survive this? Probably not, because KO.
And so far, we're seeing Front Lash play the Poppy. And Guy Fieri looks like he's going to be going mid lane with the Swain. That's what they're hovering. Legends MK in the jungle on loan from Legends on tap with the Elise. So, the Elise versus Kindred matchup in the jungle. Who do you have favored here?
This is going to be an interesting matchup. I think for who's going to be able to farm better, I think I'm going to give the Kindred the advantage in farm and just the ability to pressure. Well, in terms of pressuring lanes, Elise has hard CC. Kindred doesn't necessarily have a ton of hard CC, but I would recommend that the Kindred has the power to like output a ton of DPS. So if you gank the Sonateric lane as Kindred, they have a ton of CC to just lock targets down, and it's super easy. So you can allow the Kindred to do so much damage. But I think just farm and in general, I think the Elise is better. I would like to see a little bit of exerted pressure from the Kindred, because I know early level Kindred's pretty strong. So those are my thoughts. What do you think about mid lane? I mean, I gave my opinions of Zillion Swain, but I want to hear yours.
I think the Zillion, if played well with the double bombs, should outrange that Swain. The Swain is pretty reliant on grabbing Zillion and bringing him towards him. He's going to have the ultimate. That'll do a fair amount of damage and healing. But if he gets stunned up the whole time, then he can't really do as much. Plus, I think I would favor Rob as a slightly more mechanical player. He is carrying Cleanse, so that grab by Swain not going to be as effective as, say, the double bomb, which looks like Guy Fieri is not going to go Cleanse. He's going to go teleport. So if he gets the double, if Rob is able to get the double bomb onto Guy Fieri, you got to think Rob will have the advantage. Moving down into the bot lane, the Jinx Janna versus Taric Sona. We touched on it a little bit with the healing.
Yeah, I think this is going to be, in the early levels, it's going to be a struggle for the FAP bot lane. This lane doesn't take off until you start to be able to fight as a team. I think most times this will be like a 2-on-2 loss for the Sonateric, unless you have a bot lane that's hyper aggressive and like your jungler is able to just come down and freely gank you. But like if we're just talking the Sona and Taric versus the Jinx and Janna, I'm gonna give it to the Jinx and the Janna because of the shield negating poke damage. Jinx just having more output than the Sona and Taric, and a lot better disengage. With Janna W and Janna Tornado, whereas with the Sona Taric bot lane, the only real disengage you have is, I mean, you have Sona E for move speed buffs, but the only, I guess, way to peel someone off would be the Taric E, which I can never remember what's Dazzle. Wow, yeah, you have Dazzle to stun them off, and that could be very. I think that'll be a deciding factor. Is, are we gonna see Lolly Hentai Police hit those very crucial like dazzles and be able to like take out and target specifically Fudgy Ditters, because the Janna, like, you're gonna have the Janna be able to peel off, but if you can take down the Jinx, the Janna will have no way of getting out.
Yeah, and it seems like the Jinx is gonna have to be a lot of the damage for Don't Pan Poppy, so it's gonna kind of, I guess, their whole comp is just kind of protect the Jinx, win game. Against something that will not die.
Yeah, are you going to be able to outlast the multitude of invulnerabilities, revives, sustains,
CC?
Yeah, everything else that the FAP comp brings, and I think honestly that comp is pretty scary. We see double teleport run on both, but we do see it on different laners. We see the Sona having it and the Kale having it, but we see it for the Swain and Poppy. So I think it's very interesting to see Rob take cleanse. I think it's a really good pick, especially into the Swain to be able to give yourself a little bit of kind of like a get out of jail free card.
Yeah, especially if Elise comes in and tries to cocoon him. You know, he's just all right, cool, I'm out. No follow.
Absolutely, that's just free. It's like because Legends is like really good at skill shots. Having watched a couple games and like played with him, he's just very good at skill shots. And Cocoon being a very like a very, I'm not gonna say difficult, but a very narrow hitbox for a skill shot. Like he's very good at hitting it. So
all right, well let's take a look at the skins here. We have Bilgewater Swain, Hextech Poppy, Victorious Elise, Star Guardian Jinx, and a forecast Janna for Don't Ban Poppy. And then Emerald Taric, Aetherwing Kale, ooh, Old Saint Zillion, and DJ Sona. I like that DJ Sona skin.
So I'm gonna say skin intimidation.
Don't ban Poppy. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna make a bold prediction. I wouldn't say it's bold because I think both of these teams have a very good chance of winning the game. I'm actually gonna opt for the side of FAP here. I like the idea of being able to sustain and not die. That for me is like that's how you win games. If you don't die, you probably win.
No. That is usually the name of the game. I am pausing at 10.
Sounds like a plan.
All right, we are paused. We're gonna get everybody moved around here so that you all have a pretty stream to look at.
Wow.
Wow, look how beautiful it is.
Here
Alright, I'm ready in. You ready?
Let's go.
3, 2, 1, go.
Woo! Let's do it. Game 1, let's go.
Game 1, ready and able, coming at you live from my apartment.
So, I would like to say I'm only slightly disappointed in Lolly Hentai Police. He picked the Legolas skin.
Ooh.
I was really hoping for Gay Pride Taric. I can never remember the name of it. It's the pink one.
The Armor of the Fifth Age.
Yeah, that one. I do like that one. I also like Bloodstone Taric. So those are my two favorite Taric skins. But I'm not upset with Legolas because it's best Lord of the Rings character. Fight me otherwise.
Yeah. Well, it looks like we're just seeing some standard defense here. 5-point defense from Don't Ban Poppy, and then just grouped over by the blue buff for FAP. Elise looks like she's gonna. Both junglers look like they're gonna start bot side, so expect them to be on the same pathing. Ignore our top laner; he's toxic. Okay.
Yikes. Oh. Shots at Chad Penguin.
Shout out to Chad Penguin.
She had peak flags. Yeah, like you were talking about, this bot. I think this bot side is going to yield to a very interesting jungle pathing. Last patch we saw a lot of vertical, or like 2 patches ago we saw a lot of vertical jungling, and now they're horizontal, like pretty much invading. Now we're seeing it get back to the traditional, the vertical path where it's like, let me just clear all the way up and then, or clear all the way down and try and pressure a lane, maybe get an invade if possible. So I think it'll be really, really interesting to see, especially when you have some very immobile lanes. I think you have some pretty mobile junglers and very immobile lanes, so seeing their impact on the early game will be very important. Ooh. We see some very early damage traded mid lane. Rob taking some chunk damage, but Guy Fieri taking a little bit more. Back up.
All of these Time Winder bombs, as in the river, it looks like we're going to see a bit of action here. Kindred being chased up the river by Legends.
Chase him down.
Yeah, Jupil looks like he's gotten out. So early fight here. Oh, Rob gets grabbed back towards Guy Fieri. Legends MK is in the vicinity, so is Jupil. And it looks like we're going to have our first fight. The ISR comes out along with the Spiderling. Legends is low on mana. Will they be able to do this? Flash away by Jupil, and the Time Winder bomb misses. Is that a Time Winder bomb? What is that?
I just call it Zillion. I don't know. I just call it Zillion Q. I struggle with ability names sometimes.
It's Time Bomb. Same thing.
Yeah, good
Close enough. Good enough for Jazz.
Yeah, I will say that Jubal Burning Flash early is very beneficial for the side of Don't Ban Poppy. That means Legend is going to have a lot stronger pressure.
Oh,
Ooh.
we're going to see more shenanigans here. Gets the speed up from Legends, but Repel up over, but Legends is out of mana, and that's first blood over to Legends as Chad Penguin is down here also. Rob looks like he might be in a bit of trouble. Front Lash is going to not go for it. The turret is there to dissuade anything. So first blood over to Don't Ban Poppy.
Well played. I think this is actually going to... So, there's something I wanted to talk about, and I completely forgot about it until now. I think if Don't Ban Poppy can win quick enough, like if they can get enough pressure and get the game over early enough, then like, or if they can snowball the early game.
Ooh,
like, oh my goodness.
Jopel has been found out. There was an early ward there in Front Lash, and Legends get another kill onto Jupel. This is a very behind Kindred right now.
Yeah, this is kind of what I was talking about. Like, you're starting to shut down. Like, ultimately what will happen with FAP's comp is when it gets to team fights in the late game, monstrous. But in the early game, they're going to be a little bit slower, and it's going to be a little bit harder. So I would expect to see a lot of early game dominance from the side of Don't Ban Poppy. But as it gets to the late game, if they're not fed enough, if they're not in a position to, you know, take down like
we got a fight in the bot lane here, and Donville taking a bit of damage. Yeah, no, it does seem very late game, especially with the Kale. Kale, once she hits level 16, is just monstrosity. As we're gonna see more trading here.
Poke him.
Yeah,
Poke him out.
A little bit of poke here and there, but yeah, I think if you're fantastic anime personalities, you're playing to level 16 Kale. That's kind of your win condition. Get Kale that to level 16, and then just don't let her die.
Yeah, I think that's a very good, just rely around that. But additionally, being able to get your bot lane to that point where you can team fight a little bit better. Like Sona, I'm gonna be honest, Sona's great and all, but Sona's pretty useless for hard engage until she gets her ultimate. Like, you can just run people down with E. It's like, great, alright, I can chase you down, but I can't really stop you. But you get your ultimate, it's like, alright, you want to see this 5-man stun? Done.
We have a Cloud Drake on the map first. That is Lolly Hentai Police's favorite dragon, as Adonville steps up again, takes a zap and the Zephyr. A little bit of interesting decision there to trade, as the Kindred is going to mark Fudgy Ditters.
Get him. Run him down.
Run him down.
Which I think that's a really good, a really smart marking decision by Jupel. We see he's top side, but that allows him to recog, and some of his bot side jungle should be up. If not, it allows him to at least put like visual pressure around bot lane. We see that there's already a pink ward, and they're starting to demonstrate their control around the dragon. So that kind of forces Jupel into saying, I gotta go down. We got some stuff going on mid lane.
Yeah, mid lane, there's a little bit of damage there. In the top lane, though, looks like Fudgy Ditters, or not Front Lash, is going to get the stun into the wall. Chad Penguin, though, just going to farm away some minions here. And it looks like this is the end of this fight, as Chad Penguin now hit level 6.
Slap him up.
Yeah, slap him up a little bit there. Oh, more damage here. Rob is pretty low. Guy Fieri doing a good job of poking out Rob.
Yeah, I definitely think Guy Fieri has done a very good job in this mid lane Swain. This is kind of why I was uncertain of the matchup. I think taking the cleanse for Rob was really smart. But like this Swain, just I don't know.
He just keeps grabbing. Yeah, that's a good skill shot land there. Double bomb not being landed. It looks like Rob might. Yeah, Rob's gonna need to back off as Jupel is being pushed out of his jungle again. Elise coming in.
Yeah, and I was gonna say that was very interesting positioning for it. Could have set up for. Rob was low enough, but Rob had his ult available. So it's just general good knowledge. Excuse me. General.
Legends NK has been found out. The dazzle hits, and he's gonna have to repel out. But meanwhile, we get taken top lane. Legends repels down. Will he be able to get out? There is a blast cone. And it looks like that'll work, as over the wall goes Guy Fieri. Gets the demon proc off. Gonna get stunned by Dazzle. Jupil is here. Jupil is kind of caught in between a wall and a hard place. Flashes out and gets the heal. Rob is back in. He's gonna get the double bomb down onto Fudgy Ditters. Has to flash himself as this fight looks to be disengaged. Tornado's coming out with the Mega Death Rocket. Is gonna get the kill on Rob.
Yeah. Something else. It was really quick, but right before the flash, you see Rob cleanse and just remove all CC so he has
Top lane front lash is gonna get the kill on Chad Penguin.
Chad will P-flexing no more.
He'll be P-flexing from the grave. As Dragon gonna go over to Don't Ban Poppy.
Ooh, Chad. Hang on, I just thought of something. So if Chad is gonna be flexing from the grave, is that a hint at a Yorick pick next game that we just don't know about yet?
Ooh, spicy.
Chad Penguin Yorick, because he played Jax last week and he was very good on the hyper carries, and I think that's what they're just trying to do. Is they're trying to get Chad on hyper carries. So like the Jinx, I think the Jax, the Yorick's another good one. And I think KO is definitely gonna be another good a good example as well.
So early game favoring Don't Ban Poppy here. Looks like it is a 2K gold lead at about 9 minutes, 4-0 so far. What are your thoughts so far early?
Legends is dominating. Legends is dominating. I'm very impressed with how well this Sona Terry bot lane is. They may not be farming as well, but what is impressive is the Sona proccing Klepto as well as the item passive has kept her in contention with both.
Oh, it's Chad Penguin's being found out here. Front lash doing a lot of damage and vulnerability coming out for Chad Penguin as we get taken mid lane. That was, I guess, the end of that fight, but it looks like they're coming back in. Here comes Legends. Cocoon coming out. The Lamb's Respite being used. That looked a little preemptive. That's a big ultimate down.
Yeah, I definitely think it was a quick reaction. Like, oh man, there's two of them. Drop this for safety in case they do hit the cocoon. I think Jupil was just like trying to be safe, making sure that he was keeping his top laner up. Maybe unaware if Chad had flash. Chad was like, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm not trying to get stunned up and lose all my health anyways. So, yeah, like I was talking about, the gold differential is mainly sitting top lane. There's a slight advantage mid lane, about 500 gold, and there's about just overall.
Legend going top, gonna land the cocoon onto Chad Pengu, and Chad Pengu is gone.
Yikes!
Double bomb landing on Guy Fieri. He's gonna take a bit of damage here, but that's not enough.
Very unfortunate.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose some plates top lane. Pink's coming out.
Yeah, we're starting to see some better vision control now. We see a lot of pinks on the side, like a lot of pinks inventory on the side of
Can they take this turret?
Probably.
Well, they have a fair number of minions. They're already on to the last plate. No one is going to respond, and it looks like they will be able to get first turret. Yep, first turret going over to Don't Ban Poppy. So that is huge. This Kale is now a fair amount behind.
And that's what makes it difficult. I mean, it's Kale, inevitably it doesn't. You get to level 16 and it's just not going to matter anyway. But being so far behind in the early game is rough. Like,
can you get to level 16 at that point?
Yeah, that's always the question. It's like, can you get there? We're starting to see early game like snowball. So if it can snowball if it can get to the late game portion, like we talked about, get to the point where your kill is going to be 16, get to the point where your bot lane doesn't have to sit bot lane and is free to roam and be able to use their ultimates, not just to peel for themselves, but to maybe hard engage on the enemy team. We see Elise pick up the
Rift Herald. Yep.
I heard it. Yeah, I was like, I heard it. Like, where'd it go?
No. Oh, there it is.
Okay,
Poppy picked it up. I was going to say, no one picked it up. That's interesting decision there. But no, Poppy just had to walk over.
Just kill it to kill it. Just to prank.
You know, who needs the thing? As we're going to see the slowdown coming on to Guy Fieri. But we're going to go bot lane here as there's going to be a bit of a fight here. Tornado misses, and Fudgy Ditter's just going to shoot an auto attack into Sona. who is half
Yeah.
health. Pause.
What I'm doing.
Why are we pausing? Leg spike, not me, believe it or not. Where's your exclamation
proof?
point, Eric, in the chat? And it looks like we'll be back in game now. Yeah, somebody had just a little bit of lag there. Not really sure who. As the Donville tries to get the Q forward, ends up not getting it. Zap gonna hit onto a Donville. Super Mega Death Rocket gonna hit him as well, but he's got enough health to stay alive as the plating's gonna fall soon. A Donville is level 6 already. He's level 8 actually. They could use the ultimate, but he opts not to. Cocoon misses as Jupil found Legends in his jungle, and Legends gonna just walk away. They could pick this Jinx. Interesting choice.
Yeah, it'd be very risky to go full out on this.
Yep.
Ooh, Rob.
As we're gonna look top lane, see some more damage going out as Jupil is hanging out bot lane. Looks like we might see another fight over a dragon. This looks like another Cloud Drake
It is.
that Legends MK is currently on along with Janet. Are they gonna fight for it?
I don't think they can contest.
No, they're gonna try. Wally Hentai Police is trying to walk up. We're looking mid lane instead. As there goes the dragon, it goes over to the Elise. Adonville is so low. He needs to be careful here as Legends gonna hit the cocoon, but there's the blast cone and Jupil should be able to get away.
Yeah, and we see what is it? Cosmic Radiance dropped from the Derek. Very important ultimate burn there. It's gonna be very difficult to make it to team fight or like protect your Sona as well as you can.
Legends MK gonna land a Spiderling. And Adonville gonna have to find a new place to back as in goes Poppy into the wall. Does not get the stun with the charge.
Rather unfortunate. What I will say though is the Stark I don't feel so good.
Oh, goes into the wall this time. Does get the stun and will get the knockup and the kill with the auto attack. Chad Pingu unable to get the ultimate off.
Iron Man Poppy coming in, trying to be the hero that we deserve, but not the one we need.
Isn't that
I'm
Batman?
Listen, I can cross universes. I'm very impressed with how Frontlash is playing. Frontlash has been playing very well on this Poppy. We're also seeing Legends play very well on Elise. Just overall, the Don't Ban Poppy early game is very good. Now we're starting to get into this mid-game portion.
It is his signature champion.
25-minute mark. And this is really where it's going to kind of pick up, is if we start to see this snowball lead double, triple. Like, we start to see this lead get significantly larger than what it already is. I mean, 6K is, not 6K now, 5.5K.
It's still a fair amount. I mean, it was only 2,000 about 5 minutes or so ago. So, I mean, it's been steadily growing since then.
Yeah, and that's the rough part, is being able to not necessarily minimize the lead, but like, even if nothing more, just control the lead.
And slow it down just a little bit. It looks like Don't Ban Poppy is just going to continue ramping up. So yeah, I guess you just farm a little bit if you are fantastic enemy personalities. Although here comes the Rift Herald. Is that coming mid lane? No, it is going to walk bot lane.
That I agree with. Go ahead and shove that bot lane in because that's the one we just put a lot of pressure into. Go ahead and continue to turn it.
We're going to see the Spiderling not catch up to Rob, Wally Hentai Police, and Adonville. We're going to try and get Guy Fieri. They got the stun off, but where's the crescendo from Adonville? Nowhere to be found there.
Very important question. Sona, I don't think we've seen a single Sona ultimate. I think Adonville is playing very passive with his ultimate. You can't necessarily do that as a Sona. You gotta go ahead and I'm not gonna say aggressively throw it out. You have to be very controlled in how you use it.
Wally Hentai Police trying to get away here as the cocoon landed. In goes Shelly into the tower as we look top lane as Chad Pingu again gets stunned into the wall. Frontlash just does not care. The ultimate coming out, Cosmic Radius. You got to step forward with that. Instead, they just back away. Sona get taken down by Guy Fieri. and friends, as they're going to be able to take the tower. So effective use of the Rift Herald by Don't Ban Poppy.
Agreed. And this is what I was talking about. This is where they're starting to see that lead expand to such a degree that I don't know if it's manageable anymore. You know, you're up at this point 7K. Like 7K is quite a sizable lead, and you already have the control. Of
Rob gonna get taken down here in the resurrection, but he's sitting on some chompers and gonna immediately chomp. Uses the cleanse and the flash to get away and save his life from Fudgy Ditters. It was a smart play by Fudgy Ditters to put the chompers right there. As Rob's still sticking around here, is so low. Does he have the death rocket? No, he does not. So Rob should be able to get out of this.
Yeah, that's very that was very well done by Rob to manage his summoner spells in that circumstance. I mean, a lot of players instinctively are just gonna mash flash first. It's good to just take it, and unfortunately you have to burn both your summoners, but it's much better to burn both your summoners than to give over a kill. Especially when you're this far behind, and you would have given it over to the Jinx. When Jinx starts getting kills, Jinx starts to get very scary.
Yeah, 1-0 already for kills, but also has the most farm in the game, which really helps. As we're going to see the Dazzle lane onto front lash, so they're going to get the double tornado. Though as Guy Fieri tries to grab somebody, misses, takes a little bit of poke damage, and then they just back off. As Ocean Drake has now spawned a Mega Death Rocket flying in from nowhere and misses everything. That was from downtown.
In one entrance, out the other. It's okay.
Yeah, that's alright. Double bomb landing. Looks like Legends MK is going to pick himself up a dragon.
Yeah, Legends is just playing super well. Like, being able to control that dragon pressure is very good. I don't always say dragon, but depending on the dragons, it can sway the outcome of a game. And in this circumstance, you've had two Cloud Drakes and a Drake. The Cloud Drakes are really good. Ocean Drake is my preferred Drake to start. But the out of combat regen isn't bad. But the move speed is very essential, especially when you have a team comp like this. When you have slow champions like the Swain and the Poppy, and you can just run people down like it's no one's business.
As Jupil gets pushed out of the top lane, had to burn the Lamb's Respite. Rob and friends are here to try and respond, but will they get there in time? Yes, it does seem so. The Cocoon misses. The turret is still up for now. Turret will finally go down as Chad Pingu and Guy Fieri are trading some damage in the bot lane. This is a lot of damage from Kill. Will it be enough? Flash away by Guy Fieri. Flash forward by Chad Pingu, and he gets the kill. Chad Pingu on the board, taking down Guy Fieri.
Yeah, very, very well. I don't want to say well, but like this could be the start where we start to see like the beginning of the potential end. I'm not gonna jinx them because I'm not about that. But I do think starting to put some damage out, like this Kale is starting to put a lot of damage out. You have the, what is that, Rage Blade? Or no, Hextech Gunblade.
Yeah.
Zerker's Greaves, and the two daggers. So you're gonna be attacking a lot quicker. And like you already have the corrupting potions as well. So really this Kale is starting to move along. It's one item, but like it's Kale. Kale's huge.
And sitting on 1,200 gold, going to be able to go back and probably pick up a Zeal item for himself. Or something. I don't know. Maybe a Rage Blade.
Ooh. We see the, what is it, Stinger?
Stinger? Yeah, he's going for a Rage Blade, I think. Or an Asher's Tooth. One or the other.
I think you're going to Asher's Tooth. But yeah, going back to gold differentials, again, Poppy has now expanded the gold lead to 2k about. Mid jungle is almost 4k. Mid lane's pretty close. Very, very well done, keeping that like a tight knit race, like 1.2k. Then support is 500 gold, and the AD differential between the Sona and the Jinx about what, like 2k? Just about 2k.
Lolly Hentai Police was almost found out there. They face checked the bush right into him. That was a bit interesting. Well,
that's always a bold strategy.
Bold strategy.
walk into a bush you don't have warded. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah. Oh look, Tarek. Doesn't matter. We're gonna walk in anyways.
Tarek's just gonna throw his E out. What are you gonna do to him?
I don't know. Looks like a 1-3-1 comp coming out right now. With the Swain splitting top lane, Poppy in the bot lane, and the other 3 in the mid lane. No response so far here yet from fantastic anime personalities.
Yeah, I don't really know how you deal with this one, people. I mean, obviously the Swain and Poppy slow pushing is super strong. Like, can you? I don't know if you can send anyone to deal with that. You can send the KO to deal with one. Otherwise, you gotta send 2. Like, I don't know if you can really like fight that. I mean,
I think you
I don't know if
can.
it's worth it. I
Zap's
don't know if
gonna land onto Lolly Hentai Police, but heals up the damage. As Poppy has pushed the wave into the turret, Demolish proc coming out, Cocoon hits Jupil. And this flash by Fudgy Ditters to get away from the Dazzle. Means that there's no flash as Rob's taking a lot of damage. Cocoon hits again onto a Donvel, but the Spiderling won't catch up. Florent Lash over the wall is maybe caught out, but the Dazzle doesn't land. And the 4-man team, the 4-man crescendo hits as well as the Lamb's Respite.
There you go.
And Cosmic Radiance. So all the invulnerabilities are down. Chad Pengu going to use Divine Judgment. Gets himself out, but Adonville is going to get taken down. Lolly Hentai Police, will he go down as well? Legends is on a killing spree, and there is 4 members now dead for FAP. This is going to be the inhib turret. Will it be more as well?
I think at this point you just kind of shove in and end the game. I don't necessarily see a need to go ahead and try and make a Baron power play out of this. Just go ahead and you're strong enough to end. They're death timers. They have the first person up is Sona in 12. Like all you have to do is just keep the Zillion off. And Frontlash is doing a very good job of that, allowing the Jinx to do what Jinx does and just auto attack. Because,
Rob
AD's
gets the Chrono Shift here, gonna go down. Jinx is still just hammering away at the tower. Tower will fall. Both Nexus towers and the bot inhib are down. As Guy Fieri looks like he's just gonna try and turn around and take some damage. Chad Bingo picks up another kill for himself. Cocoon onto Lolly Hentai Police. Knocked up by a tornado. And this is the end of that. Well, that fight started out so well for Lolly Hentai Police and friends. Getting that 4-man crescendo by a Donville, but then the fight just turned back around.
Yeah, I think what happened is they were very eager to force that fight. The crescendo was really good, but you immediately see the double ultimate from the Kindred and from the Tarek. I think that may come down to a communication issue. At that point, you really wanted to see one or the other and have them up around if it's Tarek ultimate and be able to have that invulnerability. And then instead of stacking them, because stacking them isn't going to do anything, stagger them, do one for Lolly Hentai, and then do Jupil, and then do Chad Penguin ultimate, perhaps. Like, combo Chad Penguin with Rob ultimate onto people who, you know, are at low health. And that fight could have gone a completely different.
Yeah, well, unfortunate for fantastic anime personalities as their backs are against the wall. 12k gold down now. Look to be on the brink here. So, if you're fantastic anime personalities, what do? Jupil getting caught out here. Poppy is on top of him. Tornado misses. Zephyr hits, though, and he is so slow. Lamb's Respite coming out, but it is now a 4v5, a 2v5, as Donville takes down Symphonian. Frontlash still alive, but the rest of the team is able to get out as Chad Pengu, level 14, but they have 2 supers entering the base right now with no Nexus turrets.
I think the biggest thing you have to do is you have to feed your hyper carry. Like you have let Chad do what Chad can do, but Chad needs to get even more fed.
Legends MK with the help from Fudgy gets the kill in the top lane.
That was just so much damage so quickly.
Yeah,
I don't know if it was that or the fact that, you know, Zillion's just a squishy champion.
Yeah, I don't think Robin kind of expected that damage. Dazzle not going to hit here. Spiderling gonna mean that they're gonna get the inhib down. As now the push is on for the Nexus. Legends MK and friends, can they get it done? Cosmic Radiance coming out. They're going to fight over this. Lolly Hentai Police goes forward. They get the stun on the Guy Fieri, but Lolly Hentai Police is just stuck still. They can't get to Fudgy, and Fudgy Ditters will end the game right here. That is GG's. Don't ban Poppy, proving why you should indeed ban Poppy.
Well played by both sides. I think just the early game start was really difficult for the side of FAP. I mean, score doesn't show it, but I think if early game had gone just a little bit differently, maybe as not as like kill heavy, if that had just been a slight difference, that 100% could have gone the other way. So I definitely think that was really well.
Yeah, well, let's take a look at some score lines here. Legends MK going 7-0-5. Frontlash going 4-0-5. Fudgy Ditters in the bot lane 1-0-8 with 243 CS for most in the game. Guy Fieri, the one of two of the three deaths for his team, 3-2-3, and then Symphonian 0-1-6. Over for Fantastic Anime Personalities, Lolly Hentai Police 0-2-2, Chad Penguin 2-4-1, Jupil 0-4-2, Rob 0-2-2, and then Adonvel 1-3-1. Over to the damage charts. A lot of damage all over the board for Don't Ban Poppy, with the Jinx leading the way, followed by the Elise, Swain, then the Poppy. Whereas over for Fantastic Anime Personalities, only 2 members broke 10,000. Anyways, we're going to create a straw poll. Looks like it just got dropped in the chat. Please go vote for your Game 1 MVP. And we're going to take a slight break and then come back with game number 2.
Definitely.